Damn it, why is it taking so long?
Well, stay on it. I'll be in touch.
Your type is needed. Give blood.
Oh, morning, Doc. You know, I thought one of the interns was joking when he said you were here at 4:08 this morning. Anyway, I got a list of questions I'd like to ask you before you take off on vacation.
Don't start with me, Peretti. I'll have you moved into urology permanently.
Okay. Just answer me one important one, and I'll go quietly.
What?
You got Franny's number in Houston? I just want to call her and say hi.
To my office. Stop by later.
Okay, thanks a lot. Oh, hey now, what's going on here? I thought you'd be home sleeping off that late gig you had last night.
Yeah, well, half the hospital takes their vacation in June, so we have to play musical shifts to compensate.
Well, it's good to see you old-timers still got it in you. Take care.
Sit down, old-timer. How about a cup of coffee before Peretti sends us all to the geriatric wing? I got an extra.
Thank you. I just saw Kim. She was on her way to see Dr. Chapin.
Yeah, she's trying to get all of this stuff into perspective before we go away.
Almost didn't believe Grandma when she said you left the house at 7.
Hi.
Hi.
No jokes about the older generation. What are you doing here?
Well, I have to see a client, and then I'm up to my eyeballs in paperwork.
I hope you're not so busy that you can't take Margot out tonight.
I would give up my practice first. I have to ask you something.
Where are you taking Margot?
It's a secret, but I think she's going to like it.
Good morning, Margot.
I hope so. Hey, have you closed on that case you've been working on?
Not even close.
Oh, darn. I thought you'd be the partner McCluskey was assigning me.
Well, maybe it's Hal.
No such luck. Hal's tying up the loose ends in the Talbot case. I understand Hobson has to prosecute his ex-star witness, Marcia Talbot, on murder charges.
Well, rumor has it that he may not. Well, I guess we'll figure out everything with this press conference tonight.
Oh.
Hey, have you got your new assignment yet?
Oh. You got to keep this under your hat.
What?
There's been an influx of drugs into the community, and I have to find out where they're coming from and stop it.
Hey, you get to work with our Vice Squad. Do a lot of undercover work.
You got it. That's why it's important that I have a great partner.
Good luck.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Like you to meet Nick Costello. Nick, Detective Margot Hughes.
All right, I see.
Detective Roy Franklin. Hey, how you doing?
I've seen you around. Aren't you at the police academy?
Yeah, just graduated, first in my class.
Hey, congratulations.
Nick's gonna be your new partner, Margot. Oh, by the way, a package was delivered for you here this morning. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, sir. Wonder who would be sending me a present here.
Well, there's one sure way to find out. Take a look at the card. But I guess I don't have to tell that to a detective, right?
Right.
Drop off Danny at Grandma's, see Kim at the hospital, brief Craig on my filing.
And don't forget, kiss your husband goodbye, who's going to miss you like crazy.
Oh, okay.
All right?
I'm going to miss you, too.
Yeah?
But hopefully I'll be back here tomorrow.
All right. The bed is going to seem very empty tonight. And I know you don't like when I talk protectively, but would you please be careful? This guy that Emily is involved with, he could be very bad
Don't worry about it. I told you what I would do. I'll call her from the lobby, have her come downstairs and meet me, and hopefully I won't even have to see the guy.
Okay. All right. Do you have all the numbers that you need?
Yeah,
You can reach me
yeah.
at the site.
Oh, I'm so glad you're starting this new job. It's wonderful.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, after everything that Tad Channing went through to screw me to the wall, I'd really, to be working for him, I just don't like it.
You know what Tonio said? You're answering to him. You don't even have to deal with Channing, right?
Yeah, the first thing we do is we pay back your grandparents that loan.
Steve, maybe this is the right time.
Oh, baby, would you please tell me why, when Iva gave you the second contract from Channing, you didn't tell me?
I was going to, but Emily called, you know, and everything happened all at once. But that does remind me, there are a lot of things that I have to tell you about.
All right,
Maybe
all right, I know there are. All right, they'll have to wait because I'm not going to be late. My first day at this job, okay?
Okay. Well, have a wonderful day. I hope it goes well, really.
I'm sure it will, but I'm not going to rest till you're back here with Emily tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
didn't disturb Tonio by calling you so early.
What do you want?
I'm on my way to Chicago, and I don't have much time, so listen carefully. When Betsy gets to L.A., Emily won't be there.
What the hell are you
I
doing?
want you to tell Betsy's grandparents that your dear friend, Tad Channing, gave you the number of his office in L.A., and his secretary will do everything she can to help Betsy locate her half-sister.
Look, I'm not going to do that. The Stewarts are like family to me. They trust me.
A mistake I'll never make. Just do what I tell you. Be in touch.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Mr. Clean. For a clean so shiny, you have to ask, is it wet or is it dry? And by Safeguard, the combination of maximum deodorant soap protection and a rich, thick lather.
Look, Margot, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I know your record's really great, especially for
A woman?
No, that's not what I meant to say.
All right, why don't you give Nick the grand tour, show him where his desk is, the coffee machine.
I found that coffee machine on my own, sir.
Good for you, Nick. I have a brand new respect for the Police Academy. Good for you.
Come on, man, let's go.
What are you doing to me? What am I doing? What did I do to deserve this?
Now, come on, Margot. We've all got to start someplace.
Oh,
Now, why don't you just open your anniversary present?
How did you know?
Hey, I have my sentimental side, too, you know. I just don't noise it around.
You stuck with me.
I know our third anniversary isn't exactly working out the way we would have planned it. But at least we'll be together, and that's something I almost gave up hoping for. Thanks for making it possible, Tom. Oh, P.S. Hope all I've put you through hasn't made you lose your sense of humor.
Super cop, huh? Hey, that's some kind of inside joke.
Why don't you walk me upstairs and you can talk to me about it?
You got a deal.
Good luck tonight, son.
Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna need it.
Thanks, Bob.
Hi, David. Hi, David. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Listen, I heard a little about the situation with Emily. What's that all about?
I don't know exactly, but Emily called Betsy last night from Los Angeles and asked her to come out there alone. She specifically said, don't bring Ellen or me.
Hey, I just talked to your daughter in Houston. She sounds great.
How did you get the number?
I got it from your secretary. I told her that you said it was all right. By the way, Franny says hello. It gives her best.
Thanks.
No problem. I'll see you later.
You taking messages from your daughter from one of our residents these days?
Oh, don't ask, David. Just don't ask. Listen, about Betsy, I think she's the most level-headed young woman I know. If anybody can get Emily back here, she will.
Normally, I would agree with you, but she's dealing with so many problems of her own these days that she's just not thinking as clearly as usual.
Okay, Nancy. Well, I'll try to see Kim at the hospital on my way out. Yep. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, well, one down, 200 to go.
That's everything on your mind. I hate to be such a downer and dump all my problems on you.
Oh, come on. Don't be silly. Best friends for. Tell me, what did Tonio say? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I did talk to him. I was, very straightforward, maybe too straightforward. And I asked him if he was having an affair. He was so hurt, so angry.
Did you tell him what you overheard Craig say to your mother?
No, I thought it was best if I didn't. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe Craig and I are just being paranoid, and because of past history. Besides, no matter what problems we're having in our marriage, I know one thing about Tonio. He's honest. If he says he's not having an affair, he's not having an affair.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Isn't it too early, huh?
No, it's all right. I've been up for hours.
Well, I called Otis, my old road manager in L.A., and I told him all about Emily, and he said if you have any trouble, you just look him up, and this is his number.
Oh, thank you. I don't know a soul in L.A. That's great.
Well, how are you going to be getting to the airport?
I'm just going to drive my car, I guess, leave it overnight.
Now, you are going to leave that beautiful car Steve gave you in the parking lot overnight. Look, I will give you a lift. You want to come along?
Sure.
I'm not going to be controlled by Tad Channing or any other man. Besides, Betsy's like family.
Hello?
Don't pull any fast ones or I'll go straight to Lucinda and tell her all about your affair with Tonio.
Hello? Emily? Emily, is that you?
It's weird. I just hung up. It was wonderful. The mayor was divine at the groundbreaking. Antonio by my side. Finally, to have somebody in my family who's as devoted to this company as I am.
Lucinda,
I want
about
you to
Fenwick.
take a memo right now at the party for Sierra Antonio. I want to personally hand them both a lot of stock. And Jane, call Barbara. Oh, I'm fitting on my dress.
Lucinda, I've got to
Jane,
tell you
have
about
you really looked at the plans for your new office?
padded walls.
Darling, take another memo, Jane. Are we all set? Because we've got a lot to discuss.
Excuse me, but Fenwick said...
I will talk about Fenwick's problems at another time, Jane.
All right. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with you and Sierra, actually. I really didn't like that last night. The tension between the two of you is palpable.
Lucinda, you came in at a bad moment. We were having an argument because I had a meeting with Tad Channing and came home for dinner a little bit late.
That's it? That's all that happened? Well, for heaven's sake, the poor child. She's got to realize that's part of a wife's job when she's married to a rising star.
Oh, by the way, Tad Channing will be in Chicago for a few days, so we won't be able to reach him.
Oh, no. Damn it. I wanted him here to supervise Andropolis. I don't trust that guy. Darling, where are the latest figures for the offshore drilling?
Oh, they're in my office. I'll go get them for you.
Thank you.
Miss Ryan says the only time she can see you is this morning.
Fine. That's just fine with me. Call Fenwick. I'm ready.
Well, he's not here. That's what I've been trying to tell you. He's driving Lily and Dusty out to the Snyder farm.
I wanted to give this to you, Mrs. Snyder, and say goodbye.
Oh, Lily, that's so sweet of you. But you shouldn't have done that.
Well, actually, I didn't have time to buy you anything, so I wrapped up my favorite perfume. I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. I think of you every time I wear it. Oh, it smells sweet, just like you.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Dusty, what are you doing here? Thank you.
I drove out with Lily. Hope you have a nice trip, Miss Snyder.
Oh, thank you, Dusty. Thank you.
Coming by for your trig lesson this afternoon?
No. Dusty and I are going to spend the afternoon together. Would you like a ride to school, Meg?
Oh, no, thank you. Actually, Johnny Sprague's taking me to school today.
Who's Johnny Sprague?
Oh, some guy I used to date before I was sent off to Kansas. Oh, did I tell you, Holden, the senior class just voted him best looking and most likely to succeed. You ready?
Hey, we better be going. Someone Channing to hear that we were late our first day at bat.
Mama, I'll be back in time to take you to the bus. Wait, I have to go to the bank. I'll come out with you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we better go, too. Bye-bye. Do you want to ride to the stables, Holden?
Sure. I'll meet you guys out there in a minute. Okay?
Let's go.
Smart move.
Thank you.
But how are you going to get to school now?
I told you, Johnny Sprague. I called him last night.
You're learning. I'll see you later.
Okay. Hello, Dr. Dixon. This is Meg. Yeah, I'm sorry to call so early. I just wanted to catch Dusty before he went off to school. Oh? Well, I don't know whether I should say anything, but, Lily was trying to talk him out of studying this afternoon. Yeah, I agree. I just hope that he doesn't let her ruin his chances of getting into Harvard. Okay. Oh, and please don't tell Dusty I told you about Lily, okay? Great. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Only wish that we had a camera for last night. I would love to have a photo of Miss Perfect, every hair in place, Barbara dripping all over the powder room floor, and we did it, Harriet.
What do you mean, we? I didn't do anything but watch the door.
Good morning. Listen, I'm sorry to be here so early, but I need to talk to Brian, and I couldn't find him at the Argus. Hi, Harriet.
Well, he's not here either. When I woke up this morning, he was gone. I don't know where he is.
You don't know where he is?
No.
Great. Okay, well, I'll just tell you then. Listen, since Brian gave the deed to the island to Duncan, and more importantly, since he cashed that check, the deal is legal and binding.
Figures, that was my idea.
Well, all we can do now is try and find who was in that room and who's... Screaming, hi, Brian.
Hello? Hello? Went to the island. Bright and early this morning. They put up no trespassing signs. Well, obviously, McKechnie beat me to it. The place is full of stones. Tons of them. From old Angus McKechnie's castle.
I don't understand. Now, how could he move a castle from Edinburgh to Oakdale so fast?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Duncan has been planning this for a long time. We've all been had.
I doubt whether old Angus would have liked his castle being moved from here in Edinburgh to America. But I know he would have heartily approved of the reasons behind it.
Are you going to be a good girl for Grandma and Granddad on the way?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Your husband must have a hard time leaving the house when she's around. She's precious, isn't she?
Yeah. Hey, Betsy tells me you're planning a June wedding, Heather.
Well, actually, it's been pushed back to July now since Betsy's going off to L.A. and Brandy's in Houston. My entire bridal party will be out of town. Well, with the exception of Nella, but I'm sure she'd gladly call it off.
Yeah, I've got plenty of free time. I'd love to help you if I can.
Well, thank you. I think I'll take you up on that.
Good.
Betsy.
Yeah.
We better go. You're going to miss your plane.
Okay. Oh, 1 minute, okay? I'll meet you in the car. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Danny.
Hey, bye. Bye-bye. Hey, bye, Heather.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, Grandma, you should have seen your expression when Heather brought up Granddad tearing himself away from you and Danny.
I thought when he finally got home from Europe, he'd spend a little more time at home. What with our little precious one around all the time, and what was the problem with Emily, but I guess that was just wishful thinking on my part.
Well, you know, you just got to be honest with him. You have to tell him how you feel and exactly what's going. Listen to me. Handing out advice that I can't even follow.
I thought you were going to talk with Steve before you left.
Well, I was going to. And I tried, but every time I did, something came up. Well, I better go.
Honey, is anything else bothering you?
I don't know. Grandma. Very early this morning, I got a strange phone call. I knew someone was on the other end, but they didn't say anything. Then they just hung up.
Do you think it was Emily?
I don't know. But it really makes me wonder what I'm getting myself into out there.
Thank you.
That was really nice of you to come by and do the spitting right here in the office.
Oh, my pleasure.
You know, you've been very quiet. Is anything the matter?
Oh, no, just a little problem with a business associate that I wish to disassociate from.
Cole Ambrose. Tell him to handle it.
No, I have to handle this one by myself, I'm afraid.
Hello, Barbara.
Good morning.
Barbara?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Mrs. Walsh, I have some questions now about the changes that you mentioned to Tonya this morning.
Wait right here, Mr. Andropoulos.
Lucinda, I really do have to be leaving.
Oh, let's stay just a minute. I want to say something else to you, right?
Oh, okay. Steve, did Betsy get off okay?
Yeah, her plane should be leaving soon. I wish I was going along with her, but I had to work today for Channing.
Well, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure she will be.
Here we go.
Oh, terrific.
Iva, I understand that Lily and Dustin drove out to your farm before school today?
Yes, they did. My mother's going away to visit a sick relative in Kansas, and I guess they wanted to say goodbye.
Oh, how long will she be gone? How can the farm survive without her?
Well, we'll survive. We always do.
Mr. Andropoulos, I thought that you were going to be managing all this stuff on your own, and that your assistant would be assigned to other projects.
Well, she's just going to be here part-time. Why is that a problem?
Well, what if she should, wouldn't it be awkward with Mr. Channing?
Well, it was my understanding that I'm going to be dealing directly with Tonio, and I'm not going to have anything to do with Channing at all.
Oh. Well, Channing's out of town for a few days, so we can just finesse that whole subject. All right, here we go.
You seem a little nervous. Is it because I'm here?
Yeah, no, of course not.
Good. Are you free tonight?
I don't know yet. Excuse me. Listen, I really do have to be going.
Oh, okay. Thanks again for coming over with the dress. I love it.
Of course.
Smashing. I'm going to be divine.
Steve, when you hear from Betsy, would you give me a call?
Sure.
Well, bye-bye.
Roy, your mother wants you to call her right away. I don't like the sound of that.
Hey, Margot. Wrote your Danish to make up for what I said earlier.
Thanks. We'll just forget it now, okay? We'll forget it.
Aren't you going to eat it?
No, thank you, but my stomach's a little queasy.
What's the matter? You sick or something?
No, why?
Well, at the academy, they told us to always be aware of your partner's physical and mental condition.
Good.
So what do you want to know about me?
Well, Nick, is Nick short for Nicholas?
Yeah, but I just assume you call me Nick. Hey, the lieutenant told me you're going to brief me on our new case.
Yeah. Nicholas, why don't you read these things, okay? And brief yourself. Here, back, excuse me.
Hi, Margot.
Hi, Bob. What are you doing here?
Well, I want to ask you a favor.
Oh?
You see, when Franny gets back from Houston, Andy's going to be with John, and Kim and I will be sailing in the Caribbean.
Oh, lucky you.
You see, I hate to leave her. I hate to leave her this close to the trial. And I'm afraid that this trip to Houston will probably bring back a lot of memories of Douglas Cummings, and I was wondering if maybe you could stop by.
I would be happy to look in on Franny.
Thank you.
How's Kim?
Well, she's fine, considering what Hobson put her through. You know, one of these days, I'd like to give our district attorney a piece of my mind.
Well, he just walked in the room.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by today's Head & Shoulders, for dandruff care that's good for the hair, and by rich, delicious, mountain-grown Folgers crystals. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Oh, that seat's taken. Hello, Lila. I'm looking for David Stewart. Have you seen him? I think he's in with Rex Whitmore. Thank you. Oh, Barbara, your hair really looks wonderful today. Did you use a new rinse on it last night or something?
Wow. Bet if you look up the word classy in the dictionary, it describes Ms. Ryan there to a T.
Oh, I could think of a few other words, but you wouldn't find them in a dictionary.
What?
Oh, never mind. Are you on a break?
Yeah, quick one. Can I join you, or is somebody special going to sit here?
Yeah, right. Oh, well, you're in luck because Prince Charming just canceled.
Now, Lila Montgomery, you stop that.
What?
You're always putting yourself down. It's not healthy.
Are you working psychiatry this week?
Oh, boy, you know, underneath all those wisecracks is a very sensitive woman who just doesn't know how special she really is. I wish I could make you believe that. You just drop some of those defenses, and I guarantee you will be beating men off with a stick.
You really have a way with words, Casey.
So I'm a doctor, not a poet. Look, all I'm trying to say is, you do what you have to avoid getting hurt, right? But when the right guy comes along, you better grab him, woman.
Is this the same Dr. Peretti who a few weeks ago said that romance was for the birds?
Well, so a guy can change his mind, can he?
Oh, who is she? She must be very special, huh?
Well, I am living proof that absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Thank you, Casey. I needed that. I had a conversation with Margot like this one. I hope she takes it to heart.
Mr. Hobson, you know, my first thought when the trial ended was that I'd never have to see you again. But this is just too good a chance to pass up after the hell you put my wife and family through.
I was just doing my job, Dr. Hughes.
No, sir. Your job as district attorney is to represent the people. You don't give a damn about anything but your political career. You put my wife on trial for a murder she did not commit using the testimony of a mad woman.
Just a minute, Doctor. None of this would have happened if your wife hadn't lied about the circumstances surrounding Douglas Cummings' murder. My job was to find the truth, to find out who was lying and why. Your wife and your daughter were obstructing justice,
Justice?
Dr.
What do you know about justice?
Both of them were lying. Both of them. To me, to the police, and to the court, for which they now face charges of perjury, and you cannot blame me for that.
But I can blame you for twisting the facts, for victimizing innocent women as you climb your way to the governor's mansion. Oh, you were playing games, Mr. Hobson, games with the lives of human beings.
I was doing the job I was elected to do.
No, what you were doing was trying to get headlines for yourself. But you know, I get the feeling that come November and election time, your political career is over now that the people know exactly what you're capable of. So, Mr. Hobson, the governor's mansion is out for you. I think you better find another place to live. And maybe another way to make a living.
Oh, I am so proud of you. Oh.
Wow, that felt good.
Now I know where Tom got his spirit.
Yeah, you know what? It's the same spirit that won't allow him to give up with you.
Oh, Bob.
No, listen to me. What you two had was good, and it can be good again. Sermon's over. I love you, kid. And I want you to be happy. And I want my boy to be happy, too.
Yeah, thanks, Alice. Margot didn't call, did she? All right, yeah, I'll see you this afternoon.
I still cannot believe that scam Duncan pulled is legal.
You heard Tom. He got the deed to my island. We got a check for 50 grand.
You mean we got the shaft? If only I hadn't made you deposit that check so quickly, but I was sure that if we waited, it would never clear, which is probably exactly what he wanted me to think.
Look, Shannon, I hate this man as much as you do, but he's the legal owner of the island now, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
Maybe I could make myself a quick widow.
As your attorney, I'd have to advise you that is against the law, my dear.
Well, I still have Detective Nolan digging into the old McKechnie family closet. But all he's been able to unearth so far is that bizarre story about his sister, Beatrice.
What was that about?
Oh, well, Detective Nolan told us that Duncan has his younger sister in Scotland. And apparently she has been in a sanatorium ever since her fiancé accidentally killed himself on the day that was supposed to have been his wedding day.
Well, it sounds like Duncan is bad luck around weddings, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can say that again. What are we going to do?
Well, I, for one, am going to keep my eyes on what used to be my island. Fortunately, McKechnie has only moved a portion of his castle there. Sooner or later, he's got to bring the rest of it.
Yeah.
And when he does, I'm going to give him a welcome home party he will never forget.
Brian, as your attorney and as your friend, I'd advise you to be very careful.
Such a tragic waste. Poor Beatrice.
Duncan, I had a feeling I'd find you here.
Hensley, it's good to see you. When'd you get back from America?
Just an hour ago. Have you seen Beatrice?
No, that's my next stop. So, tell me, how did things go in Oakdale?
Just as we planned. I signed your name on Brian McCall's paper, filed the deed for the island, and was there when the first shipment arrived last night.
Are you sure no one saw you?
Oh, not a soul. You bought a very deserted island.
I just would hate for anything to go wrong now.
Oh, believe me, there's no way anyone will ever find out what's buried underneath all those stones.
Wonderful. Phase 2 is a complete success. On to Phase 3.
Oh, felt so strange when I packed your father's old valise today. I haven't left this barn in years.
Well, I think the change is going to do you good. And don't you do any work of Uncle Henry's. They can afford to hire somebody to do that.
I won't. I'll probably be in the hospital with Elizabeth most of the time. I packed lots of pictures of you children to show her. I can't believe that it's been 17 years since she's seen you.
Mama, do me a favor. Don't dig up the past while you're there. I mean, the memory of me running away is just as painful for Aunt Elizabeth as it is for me.
I know that there's a reason why you ran away from their farm. Without any money or no place to go, I just don't know what it was.
Well, that's all in the past now. There's no use talking about it now.
Surprise!
Hi.
Miss Walsh let me go early so I could see you off.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, listen, you be a good boy. You take care of Boris, my bull, for me, all right? And keep an eye on the farm.
Okay.
And you be good, too. You eat well, not too many sodas.
Okay, come on.
Yes, we
You
will.
have a safe trip.
I will.
All right, let's
I
get
have
going.
some presents.
All right,
Bye.
I'll see you later.
I love you. Bye-bye. Take care now. Be good.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You want soda or something?
No, thanks. So did Lily come by for a trig lesson this afternoon?
You heard her cancel on me this morning.
Well, I figured she might want to go ahead and have it since she can't spend the afternoon with Dusty.
You?
Least you could do is thank me.
And how did you manage this one?
Oh, I'm not telling you all my secrets.
Well, Miss Mastermind, it's not such a good idea. You see, Dusty may not be with Lily, but he's not with you either.
Well, I'd rather him be alone with his books than be with Miss Lily.
Hey, you guys. Just passed your mother in the driveway. At least you got to wave to her goodbye. I wanted to come out straight after school, but I had to pull Dusty's arm to come out here.
Thought you liked it out here, Dusty. I do.
Then, okay, he wants to take a shortcut, right? So we get lost. We're running around these back roads for hours.
Well, now that Mama's on her way and y'all are here, why don't we have some fun?
Yeah, I've been meaning to show Lily that swimming hole that you guys talk about so much.
Good idea. You know, the water was so warm the other night when I took Janie Cobb there.
Hey, let's all go.
No, I'm sure you guys have a lot of work to do. Don't forget your mom's job, you know.
Hey, the paths to get out there, it's kind of tough to find. I wouldn't want you two to get lost.
That's okay, Meg. We'll manage.
Yes, we'll manage. And if we're not back by sunset, send the bloodhounds after us.
You guys So Dusty and Lily aren't together, huh? I'm handling this situation from now on. You got it?
No way, John. Lily begging Dustin... Lily enticing Dustin away from his studies? If you can't handle your wayward boy on your own, don't blame it on me or my daughter. Goodbye, John.
Hello, Mother.
Dear. Oh, good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. I'm actually looking for my husband.
He's in with Andropolis. Sit down, darling. Sit right down. Now, look. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, I was troubled last night. I do not like to see the tension that's building up between you and Antonio.
I've told you it's nothing major. We're just trying to work out some basic differences in our thinking. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm your mother. It's my prerogative to worry. Anyway, I'm orchestrating this wonderful party with Earl Mitchell and coverage. I'm going to produce the couple that lived happily ever after. Come on, darling. I want to be able to produce you, too.
Oh, Antonio. Hi. I've been looking all over for you.
I'm glad you found me.
Steve, have you heard from Betsy yet?
No, but she should have just arrived in L.A., I figure.
Any problems with the changes?
None at all. I will have the plans revised accordingly. Now, I want to swing by on the condo project, then I'm going to go home in case Betsy calls.
If you hear from her, will you call me?
Yeah, I'll add you to the growing list, okay?
Right,
And thanks a lot for setting up this job so I
Steve, no
report
problem.
directly to you.
It's my
okay,
pleasure.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Well, Tonio, wait a minute. Whew. I didn't know that you had anything to do with the subcontracting of the job to Andropolis.
Yes, Tad Channing and I discussed it at length.
I see. All right. Well, my darling, I want the three of us to sit down with Earl Mitchell, talk about the party plans. How about dinner tonight?
I'm not sure I can do that, Lucinda. I may be working late.
Tonio, you work for me, remember? I'm your boss. I'm telling you, knock it off early tonight.
All right.
See you both at dinner. Bye-bye.
I wanted to talk to you about that question I asked you last night.
Let's not discuss this now. Your mother has a habit of walking in on our conversation.
Well, I wanted to talk to you this morning, but you were gone before I woke up.
Well, I'm sorry. I have to put in long hours at this job. Look, at dinner tonight, let's not let your mother see that we're having some problems. It'll help save some embarrassing questions, all right?
Okay, Tonio, we do have a few problems in our marriage. We both know that. But one of them is not infidelity. I know you're too honest to do that. I really want to apologize. I feel so silly for ever accusing you of that. I know that you wouldn't be unfaithful.
So, Ellen, have you heard from Betsy?
No, not yet. I'm getting a little nervous.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure she's fine.
Hi.
David, hi. David, what you doing home so early?
I wanted to be here when Betsy called. Barbara, you're off work early yourself, aren't you?
Well, actually, I'm here so you can deliver a message to Betsy for me.
Oh?
Yes, I was speaking to my builder, and he's met Betsy on several occasions and heard about the situation with Emily, and he's offered some help. His name is Tad Channing, and he has an office out in Los Angeles, and he suggested that perhaps that Betsy could contact his secretary, Irene Toland, and see if she can help at all.
I must say, I'm rather surprised that Tad Channing would be offering to help Betsy.
Yeah, Ellen's right. It doesn't make much sense after all he's done to put Steve out of a job.
Oh, I didn't realize you knew about that. Well, perhaps Mr. Channing is feeling a little guilty about it and wants to make up for it.
Tell Mr. Channing we appreciate his offer.
I just hope Betsy doesn't have to take him up on it.
So do I. Well, I'm going to be off. I'll talk to you later.
Hello? Betsy.
Wait.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're calling with good news.
I'm afraid not, Granddad. I'm here. I'm at the Beach Cliff Hotel in Malibu, but I don't think Emily's here.
Oh? Did you check the register?
Yeah, it was the first thing I did.
Well, maybe the man that she's with checked in for both of them under his name alone.
Well, I thought of that, but I gave the desk clerk a description of Emily. He didn't seem to remember her at all. Granddad, I don't know. I don't want to turn around and go home, but I don't know what else to do.
Hang on. Barbara, it looks like your timing is perfect. Why don't you explain Mr. Channing's offer to Betsy firsthand?
Nick, do you know how lucky you are? You drew one of the finest cops on the force for your partner the first time out, eh?
Well, I'll tell you, Roy, I'm just not so sure about working with a woman. I mean, you never see a guy crying on the job. At least I haven't.
Yeah, well, I have. Look, Margot is not the type that usually shows her feelings. It's a very important day to her. That's why she had to leave early.
Oh, Costello. Did Margot brief you on your assignment?
Yes, sir, and I am ready to go, sir.
Yeah, well, tomorrow. Now, just remember something. Don't forget my rules. You know, you're working with a very attractive woman. And I'm not going to tolerate any personal nonsense during working hours. You got that?
Heather, baby, how you doing?
Yeah, I can see you're real strict about that.
Very funny. Now get out of here.
Catch you later, Roy.
Yeah, take care.
I hear this country inn you're taking me to is very romantic.
Well, Heather, actually our plans have changed a little bit.
You have to work late again?
No. I talked to Mom this morning. She's real upset about, Nella's been skipping school and forging, the notes. Pop finds out, he's gonna hit the roof. So I volunteered to
Just look into it and ask her a few questions, find out what's going on.
Tonight.
I hope you didn't mind if I ask her to dinner. Huh?
Yes, but I promise you she won't know it.
I love you.
I know. That's why I agreed.
Detective Franklin.
Roy, it's Brian McCall. Is Margot there?
No. Can I help you?
Well, it's a little complicated. You got a minute?
Sure.
You know, Shannon and I have been working on getting her first marriage annulled.
Right. How's it going?
Not well at all. I thought I was selling my island to her husband in exchange for the written agreement to the annulment. Only he got the legitimate deed to the island, and I got a piece of paper with a phony signature on it.
Sounds illegal to me.
Not the way he maneuvered it. Anyway, I was out to the island today, and it's strewn with rocks that he sent over from Scotland. Look, Roy, I want a member of the force out there to let me know what's going on.
Yeah, well, look, if it's his island now...
Roy, all I'm really asking is that you let me know when he shows up. I'll handle it from there, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Roy. Bye.
Now, Brian, you remember what Tom said. Don't do anything rash. You could even make things worse.
Oh, what could possibly be worse, huh? Where's my jacket? I gotta cover a press conference April Hobson is showing.
Yeah.
Take care, all right?
Be careful, okay? Oh, Harriet. I know Brian's going to do something foolish.
Well, maybe he'll calm down before Duncan gets back from Scotland.
No, we can't risk that. Come on.
Where?
To the island. I want to check out those rocks and see if we can figure out what's going on. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I told you there'd be no change in your system. Aye. Poor Beatrice still thinks it's her wedding day. She can't get past that moment where she walked in and found her beloved Thomas Beaton lying dead on the floor. We can't count on her living in the past forever, Duncan. Sooner or later, she'll remember everything.
Yeah, I've taken that into consideration, Hensley. That's why tomorrow this grave will be exhumed and Thomas Beaton will be shipped off to Oakdale, along with the rest of our family skeletons, including old Angus bones. That way, if Beatrice does remember, and there's an investigation, you'll have nothing to worry about.
Look, I'm early. I couldn't wait.
I think I better go ready.
No. You look beautiful.
By Aquascutum of London, Fifth Avenue, New York. Jewelry by Alexis Kirk.